Yo, we live in a broken world, but last time I checked, the gospel is still important, you know. So I will share it just like he showed me. Ha ha, ha ha. Facing God's judgment, you run into a buzzsaw. Bless the mic, let me rep him right forever in this fight. Heads or hate despite, it's better whenever in the light. Attest to this testament of faith, the tested man ignites embers of belief that Christ resurrects, giving new life. Indebted but redemptive, cause his death is sufficient. He said that I'm accepted, now blessed as a Christian, less of a victim. When devil's mount obstructs this viewer, I trust the mover, since I've been changed like Trump and Yuga. Yes, you'll never get it, your comprehension's impaired. Check, I'll never quit it, just keep on telling he cares. He's there, but when the rain falls, you're never prepared. You're the one that questions when the blessing seems scarce. Here's your complaints and cries like he ain't in the sky. Takes what he gives and live like you make him a lie. I'm rolling the shame, I aim with my eye. You might say that I failed, but can't say I won't try. And to the ones thinking CHH was soft, I just pause. That kind of hate gets brushed off. God is just, even though he loves all. I'm in this with a new focus and gloves off. And you can leave and not believe a word from me. I don't sweat it, I know how lost this world can be. Facing God's judgment, you run into a buzzsaw. I'm in this with a new focus and gloves on. Second verse, let's converse, I'll mention first. Perfection stops with God, the rest is cursed. Wretch and spurt, hell on earth, and then it's dirt. Excuses are useless, no exceptions work. And you'll just say that he's loving, compassionate, that only he can judge you just to match my wit. Man, that scripture's always taken out of context. I go on asking what you'll say if you see God next. You might say you're agnostic or tried to be good. If it ain't a buck, then you're stuck. Rhyming this good, playing a much needed seed. One needs to see God's gift of freedom, how he loves you and me. Satan don't play, his scavengers are savages, ferocious and ravenous, vultures for rashiousness. Attack your carcass, dead flesh, they bask in this. Drop a mist that vanishes, your whole life passing quick. And to the ones thinking CHH was soft, I just pause. That kind of hate gets brushed off. God is just, even though he loves all. I'm in this with a new focus and gloves off. And you can leave and not believe a word from me. I don't sweat it, I know how lost this world can be. Facing God's judgment, you run into a buzzsaw. I'm in this with a new focus and gloves on. Probably thinking now this that part where Christ comes in. I'll say he died for sin just to give you life again. Risen by God's power, didn't have to think twice, my friend, before you dip back into the world of blinded men. When I rap in this game, my mission is fishing. Ain't just spitting to Christians, aim is spitting to give them hope. This world's like chains, it's nothing but prison. But you'll say no, it won't change the way that you're living. So I shake the dust off my kicks and keep moving. Back to the booth, blasting this truth, the beat's booming. Not at all thinking about what you're doing. Might have wished I actually did pray for you, cause soon as we parted ways, you weren't fazed by the God who saves. Kept doing a lot of things but never stopped to pray. Saw the car but the driver couldn't stop the brakes. Your body dropped on the ground, people watched you lay. And to the ones thinking CHH was soft, I just pause. That kind of hate gets brushed off. God is just, even though he loves all. I'm in this with a new focus and gloves off. And you can leave and not believe a word from me. I don't sweat it, I know how lost this world can be. Facing God's judgment, you run into a buzzsaw. I'm in this with a new focus and gloves off. This is just one scenario of how it could go down after hearing the gospel. I pray the Spirit of God guides you as you're still living today. Grace and peace.